Oh, hey guys, it's a surprisingly warm day here. It's in the low 50s Fahrenheit. I cracked the windows open to get some fresh lift. Yeah, folks are out and about, and I wanted to go down to Mannheim today, but the trains weren't running. So I'm going to follow up a video I made last night about the imminent departure of Clarksburg's Director of Economic Development. I know there's been pushback from some quarters about how much these new hires are making, and I can foresee them saying, we don't need to replace this guy. We don't have the money. I think that would be a mistake because not having good people costs you more than just paying people what they're worth. And to illustrate that, I'm going to talk about the Waldo Hotel because that's recently become a subject of discussion on some of the Facebook pages. And I'm going to prove to you that Vandalia is not the one that dropped the ball there. And to do that, I'm going to take you to a website. I keep having to re-record this because I just can't stay focused. I'll drop this link so that you can see it. Read it for yourself on findlaw.com. It's a website that, obviously tries to sell you legal services, but it publishes the laws of various jurisdictions, and it publishes court rulings that help interpret those laws. This one is Folio versus City of Clarksburg, 2007, West Virginia Supreme Court. Late great Bernard Folio and his company Grandi Auto sued the City of Clarksburg. Jerry Blair represented Folio, and Greg Morgan represented the city. I'm going to scroll on down. You can see this website thinks I'm in Germany. Scroll on down, just keep scrolling. Oh, here we go. Number 2 footnote. In 2003, the City of Clarksburg received a public works grant from the state of West Virginia for the construction of a new parking garage. There it is, black and white, legal document. The city got a grant to build a new parking garage, and then the next footnote says they are using some of that property to build its new parking facility. What property is this? Well, it was Rocky's shoe store in a 70-car lot. Property was sold by Grandi Auto, City of Clarksburg, for $220,000. It had a right-of-way on it for pedestrian travel to connect Traders Alley and Pike Street. According to Grandi Auto, City represented orally and in writing it would demolish the building after it purchased the property, which would allow Grandi Auto to use the right-of-way. If you go down to Jackson Square right now, you'll see the former Rocky Shoe Store building is still there. It's being used as public restrooms, but the point is, it's still there. So part of the evidence of fraud on the part of the city was an internal memorandum written by Ralph Peterson, the city's consulting architect, that the mayor indicated the shoe store building would not be demolished. The mayor in 2004 was Zeke Lopez. Ralph Peterson name is not on Jackson Square if you go down there now. It's WYK designed that building. Grandi Auto sought relief either by the demolition of the property or compensation for the loss of its right-of-way. The complaint also alleged the city was guilty of fraud in the inducement of acquiring said property and building, and that the city had misused public funds. And you can see right here at the bottom, the case was resolved by the circuit court in favor of the city. So the folio said, you made false promises and you misused public funds. Again, if PowerPoint would let me, I could search for the name Vandalia, and it does not appear in this document. You can read it for yourself. Vandalia is not named. The city is accused of misusing public funds. Okay, conclusion. The final orders of the Circuit Court of Harrison County are reversed. And the majority of the court, all but one justice, holds that the summary of judgment was improper. This cost the city a lot of money because they didn't do things the right way. That's why it's important to have people who know what they're doing. And the only reason you would not want to have people who know what they're doing is so that you can do squirrely stuff and get by with breaking the law. Just keep that in mind as we go forward. I also want to say, like I said, Peterson is not the architect. His name is not on the plaque at Jackson Square. WYK is. They got rid of Peterson. They had WYK redesign everything, costing us more money. And instead of a multi-story garage with 300 some spaces, we got a flat lot. A lot of self-inflicted wounds, and this is the kind of stuff that has to stop if the city wants to survive. I'll holler at you later.